Welcome back, everyone. It's 6:47. We've always known that Matt Sullen has a magnetic personality. And now he's here to prove it.
Right.
The pun meister's at it again.
That's pretty good. I like that, actually.
Well, sure. It's very complimentary. I can see why. Well, thanks for coming here this morning.
Oh, it was great. I like it in here. You guys have good coffee. Okay, so last week I asked what are the fundamental forces, and I mentioned one of them, and it was gravity, and we used it to roll things down a ramp and to drop things and so on. And gravity attracts all things together. Even if you have two small objects, gravity pulls it together. If you may not realize that, but it says very, very weak, so you don't notice it until you have something that's planet-sized. The other forces are electromagnetism, or electricity and magnetism, which I'll talk about here in a second, and the strong nuclear and the weak nuclear force, which I'll describe briefly in the next segment. Okay, and so I got some really great answers. I got answers from Rebecca Taylor in Indianola, from Jenny Rush in Champaign, and from Sherry and Will Gibbons. And Will Gibbons is 6 years old, and he sends in good answers every week. I'm very amazed by him. Okay, so anyways, we can illustrate the electric force, first of all, electrostatics. We've done this a little before, and I use my own hair for this. I don't want to mess your hair up.
Another one that doesn't work for me.
Right.
Well, you can try to mess up Robert's.
There we go. So just by charging that balloon up a little bit, I can stick it on the morning show sign over here.
Nice.
Okay, and we do see an electric force from that. Now, the magnetic force is kind of interesting also.
Can you hold a magnet over your hair now?
Yeah, sure. Last night I opened up this old disk drive. This is from a computer about 5 years ago. This is a 3-gig drive. And inside these things are the strongest magnets you'll ever see in your life, it turns out. So
really?
These two magnets are incredibly strong. If I put them together, I wouldn't get them apart. Would you hold your hand out, and I'll do a little experiment. Just put that in, hold it flat. Okay, we'll go like that. Now you can see there's one on each side of Matt's hand, and it's not falling off. So going right through his hand. Now if I just muck around with the one on the bottom, I move it. There we go. And
Going right through my skin.
It's going right through your skin, and it's making that thing wobble around. Now, a TV is a great example of electric and magnetic forces, because the electron gun in the TV, which makes the picture, uses electrostatic force to accelerate these electrons toward the screen. And there are magnets in the television that are used to focus it. So now I can mess around with this thing, and you can see if I just hold this very strong magnet up close to the television, I totally disrupt the picture. That's because what happens is the electrons, as they are moving up to strike the picture here, get bent by this magnetic
We
force.
want to point out, kids, do not do this at home.
Yes.
Your parents will hurt you.
Never do this. Even a small magnet that you get off your fridge can wreck your color TV. It turns out in a color TV you have 3 different electron guns, 3 different colors, and just by going like this once, you'll get those out of alignment, and your TV will never look right again. So instead of being color, it'll be green or blue or red or something awful.
You want to know how I know your parents will hurt you?
My kids have done this to my TV. Okay, so so anyways, and so these are that's an example of the of the magnetic force. And in the next segment, we'll show how electricity and magnetism are related, and we'll play with radioactivity.
Now, do you realize that when you broke the seal on your disk drive, you voided the warranty?
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that. I was going to try to put it back together tonight.
Tape it back up. They'll never.
But I broke a cable, so I don't know if that's going to work.
Now, before we go on, you said play with radioactivity?
Oh, yes, we have some radioactive stuff for next.
Wow. Gabrielle, are you going to do this next segment?
Yeah, we'll let her handle that one. We'll be back with more of the morning show after this.